Welcome back. My name is PJ,
I'm Tommy.
and you are listening to the Episodic Anime Podcast. This week we are covering My Hero Academy, Episode 3 of Season 6, and it did not disappoint. Tommy, how do you feel like over a whole broad spectrum of the episode? How do you feel about this episode?
Straight up a banger. It was a good one because whether you're on the hero side or the villain side, and if you're strictly on one side and you're like rooting for one side, this episode made you feel for both sides. I will say that.
Yes, it did. We're going to jump straight over to the ninja hero. I forgot his name.
Ed
Shot. You know, Ed Shot, he's pretty overpowered at the current
Yo,
moment.
he should have. He should. Yeah, I'm just saying. If this wasn't an anime stylized for children and teenagers, I gotta say, Ed Shot would have aced those guys and just dropped them, and he would have a very high body count. But instead, he's like,
Yeah.
I did precision surgery on your lungs, and now you can't really do much unless you want to die. And I'm like, what? Kill him.
Yeah. Instantaneous. He took out, around 20 people with, 2 seconds?
Oh, he not only did he take out 20 people within, seconds, he got followed up by that one lady, Night Edge, I think, or whatever her name is. Midnight. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. And she just immediately knocked him out. And I went, why didn't you do that from the beginning? Why did you put holes in people if she could just knock them? What the hell? Very confusing to me.
I was thinking that same thing. But also, right at the beginning of the bat, all the students are outperforming the heroes. Or most of the heroes. I will not lie to you.
Yeah, they were. Now that you say that, they are doing that.
Yeah, because we had I don't know Class B, but we had the guy who makes mud instantly stop everybody,
Mudman.
and then the other girl,
I
Mudman.
That's his name.
Yeah, and then his classmate comes busting in and goes, "Shrooms! Everybody sleep!" And I'm like, what is going on with the students? They were just popping off in the last 2 episodes.
Yeah, they're killing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, last episode we predicted what will happen with Kaminari, and they went, "You want to know what happens to Kaminari? So do we. So watch next episode." And I went, "Damn."
And then they didn't even show it.
Yeah, they were like, "Anyway, we got stuff to do."
And then, dude, it pans over to one of the most this scene hit me the hardest throughout the whole entire show. If we're counting season 1 to season 6, this scene hit me the hardest. When Hawks pins Twice to the ground. And that whole speech about Twice not wanting to give up and protect all of his friends. And it just motivates him. And the throwdown between them begins. And dude, just that small speech really hit me. How'd you feel about before the Twice and Hawks fight took off? Just that little brief encounter?
Yeah, it was definitely emotional. What I want to know about that is especially in the beginning, first half of the thing, whenever they're doing the speech and all that. Hawks has him pinned down with feathers, and Twice is just on his back with his legs folded up over him, scorpion style. And I just want to know what happened prior to that to get him pinned in that position. What happened there?
I don't know.
Yeah,
And I'm hoping they give us more in the future, but
I don't think they will.
I don't know if they will either, but dude, Twice's words they hit.
Yes.
And all of a sudden it pans away slightly. But the big dude guy, the rock guy, scared Bird Boy's shadow.
Yeah. I don't know his Bird Boy's name. I think it's Fujimoto. We call him Fuji for short.
Fuji works.
Yeah.
I thought it's funny how they had a guy who could go up against their most powerful attack.
Yeah, that is true.
Broke his foot, but still, dude, I was not expecting him to just hold back Dark Shadow like that.
Yeah, especially since he upgraded recently. Because I remember he made it stronger when he was training under Hawks. So the dude did not care, and he's like, "Listen, this is my place." And then he broke his foot and then got thrown.
100%. But the biggest thing I feel like is the big guy is going to fully turn the tide of They say he's inactive, but he's going to get the command from somewhere, and he's fully going to switch the whole entire battle.
Well, when they showed him just sitting there, and the big rock guy, he's like, he only works from their master, which is, taking a nap. So we're covered. And it's like, I think Fat Gum told us that. And so I was like, all right, we're covered. Then whenever it showed him sitting there, he has a radio tied around his neck, like a necklace. And I'm like, oh, he's just waiting for the word. And then I'm sure, he's going to break out of the test tube and then immediately over the radio go, hey, I need you to kill some people. And he's going to go, well, if it isn't my job. And he's going to stand up and he's going to start killing people.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, dude, I have a big prediction for that, but we'll get to that here in a minute. What really blows my mind is the throwdown between Twice and Hawks is starting to amp up. But what I did not see is Dabi busting in a door and punching Hawks in the face, going, "Why you touching my boy like that, dog?"
Oh yeah. Dabi comes in and he comes in hard, and he's coming in with blue flames as he always does, and he immediately scorched Hawks' wings, so he can't run. Or
he can't fly.
Well, he can't fly, but he still dodges, and then he still flies. He does everything. You're like, oh, he can't do anything. But I don't think it's to make him run because, like, he's like, oh, I burned your wings. You can't run now. Because he still runs. He still flies. But he always comes back because Hawks knows that Twice has a very good power. So I don't think Hawks is allowed to leave because of Twice. He doesn't want to leave.
Yeah. And, dude, that battle is amping up to the point to where, Hawks is, like, on the attack and the defense to where he's like, I can't be hit, but, like, I have to take Twice out. But at one point, I feel like the man is going to kill Dabi. Like, I feel like only one person is going to walk out of that battle.
Well, I will say during the Hawks speech against Twice, he's like, look, man, both sides have people and both sides have, their own feelings. And in the end, whenever a hero who has a will that is unwilling to break and the villain has a will that is unwilling to break, someone's going to have to die. And I feel like, especially what happened at the end of today's episode, Hawks and or Dabi are going to either A, fight very hard to where one of them will die, or long enough for other people to show up. So I honestly don't know who's going to win that battle because Hawks is really good at fighting, and so is Dabi.
Yes. But Twice somehow gets a double out the door. And you should have seen the look on Toga's face when realizing that her friend is just dying and there's no help that she can give.
Yeah.
Yeah. I kind of felt for Toga because they really bonded over when the League of Villains kicked up.
Yeah, especially last season whenever Twice was freaking out and she helped him and then he got his ability back. She did the handkerchief thing. And then Twice brought it back with the handkerchief.
Yeah.
So yeah, it is very much they were trying their hardest to make it very sad, and I think they succeeded.
Yes, they did. The biggest impact is the fact Hawks does not hesitate to kill someone.
He does and he doesn't, because he was hesitating in the fact at the beginning where he's like, look, man, I don't want to kill you. You're a good guy. I want you to change a leaf and become not a villain. I want you to change your life around. And then he's like, no, and Twice started fighting and running at him, and Hawks kept throwing feathers, and he kept his quirk down. He kept Twice's quirk down, so that way not too many people were there. But he wasn't killing them. He was only deleting his doubles because he didn't want it to get out of hand. He was keeping it straight to just where there was one Twice. He was hesitating quite a lot, in my opinion, but he didn't stop hesitating, or he didn't start hesitating, no, I got it right, I think. Either way, Dabi came in, and that's whenever he's like, all right, I can't hesitate anymore.
Yeah, which ended up showing blood on the floor, which we saw Twice's cuff. So I assume Twice is on the floor. Mm-hmm. But then it also pans over to a man with blonde hair, bloodied. You just see the hair with blood all over it.
Yeah.
So either that's Twice or it's Hawks. And that's how they leave the episode. So we're going to jump over to our predictions for this episode.
Oh, okay.
Tommy.
Yeah.
Where do you think it's going in the next episode?
I think Twice is dead. What I predict is Hawks has a huge battle against Dabi is what's about to happen. But knowing them, they're probably going to jump around, show some other people. They're probably going to cut back to Kaminari and the main group running through the front door. That usual stuff. They might even throw it back to the bunny girl because we didn't see an ounce of the bunny girl in the middle of her battle. So who knows what's going to happen over there. I have a feeling next episode we might get to see Deku and that group stand around and do nothing, and then it's going to come back to the main action. So that's my prediction is yeah, we're going to see them for like a minute, and they're going to go, look, we're still in the show anyway, and they're going to leave, and I'm going to go, okay. Very cool.
Okay. I have a wild prediction.
Yes.
I say Twice is dead. I'm gonna confirm that.
I don't think that's wild.
Twice is dead.
I think that's a good gamble. I think you're good. I think you're covered.
But the bloodied-haired blonde is Hawks laying on the floor. He's not dead.
Oh.
But Dabi will walk over to him and be like, "Hey, listen, man. I gotta kill you here and now.
Okay.
You're too big of a threat. You know too much."
Right.
And the big guy's gonna absolutely just demolish the building next episode. He's gonna come out. He's gonna be like, "Listen, guys, time to die."
Right.
But that's my prediction.
That's a good prediction. Thank you guys so much for listening. If you watch this on YouTube, give us a like and subscribe. And if you're listening on Spotify, give us a 5-star rating or any star rating. We just prefer if you gave us a rating at all. Either way, thank you for watching, what platform you're on. And hopefully, we'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye.
Bye.